break up the season into quarters or even, just little bits and pieces and go by blocks and evaluate every game from there, I think we'll be fine because, we're going to be so excited. We're really hungry. We hear the outside expectations, but, I think we take that into consideration and use it as fuel. And, we're going to get off to a hot start. And, with training camp coming, we've all been here. And, it's going to be fun. That's why I think we're all able to get a jump on the season because we're all healthy now.
Could you describe what you think and what you would like your role with the team to be?
Say that again.
Can you describe and what you think your role with the team will be and should be?
I think everybody's role is going to be different. It starts in training camp, but with mine, I think it's going to be the same as expectations was last year. Come in, be a leader of the team, lead by example, show the hard work, and be one of the go-to guys. And then, we build from there. It's going to be some dudes nights here, some dudes nights there, but, obviously we all know our talents and we all know what we can do. I understand my position and my role as a team right now, so, I'm looking forward to it.
Zach, how much have you and Jabari talked about the fact that, there's been a lot of talk about the defense and having guys that statistically aren't the greatest two defenders?
Yeah.
How do you guys kind of squash that? And is it the will to play defense? How do you guys fix that to make sure that isn't a leakage point in this team?
We all can play defense. Everybody in the NBA can play defense. Like, we're some of the most athletic people in the game. It's just, that determination and that learning and the curve. It's us being able to put the work in. And, these last couple of weeks we've all been here. We've been looking really well. I know personally I've always been really good on the ball. I don't know if a lot of you guys can tell me that I'm not good on the ball. I've always had problem off weak side and stuff like that. So that's the main thing you hammer in and try to focus. People are going to talk regardless. It's a story. Let's talk about defense, bad this, bad that. But I think we're always looking for the positives and showing where we can grow because, we all know how explosive we can be on the other end. If we get that down, we don't be scary.
You said focus off the ball.
Yeah.
Is that the thing with you that you just have to stay engaged?
I think what mine is just knowing the position and not relaxing. I've always been really good on the ball, and once that ball swings, I relax, and that's where you can get caught off guard. So I watched a lot of film. I was watching, with coach and different things like that on how you can stay engaged and always have your teammates back in rotation. It's getting there, and I think we're going to have a good run at it with camp.
Hey, Zach, I know your focus has to be here and on your current situation and current employer, but you know a lot of those principals that up in Minnesota that are going through a tough situation. Do you have any thoughts on what's going on up there?
It's tough. Regardless, I appreciate my time in Minnesota. They drafted me. I grew up there. I wish them nothing but the best, but this is my team here in Chicago. I'm worried about Chicago, like you said. There's nothing for me to be worried about in Minnesota. But I wish them the best. I know my boy Carl's really excited. He just got his 5-year, 190 deal. Deserve all of it. Wig got his deal. So, I think they're all excited about the year, and they'll see. Everybody goes through some adversity, good or bad decisions. But either way, I think they'll be okay, and I just wish them the best.
Zach, can you go in depth a little bit more about how you and some of your teammates got together over the summer?
Yeah.
Some of the things that you did to prepare for this season. I mentioned that because I go back to a certain Bulls team of the early 90s that got together the summer after they lost to Detroit.
Yeah.
And the next year they came back and won.
That was with Michael. Michael didn't let him go home, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
We all had a good summer. Yeah, I got me and Chris met up in the summer. We worked out a little bit in LA because we're both with Adidas. We're both out there for the same time. I seen Bobby a couple times. He worked out with Drew Hanlon and stuff like that. So I seen a lot of guys, but we all collectively came as a group and was able to come back about two weeks early to start mini camp before training camp to get the basics down and get to learn with everybody and play and see how everybody's doing. So it's been good, man. I've been here for the last 2.5, 3 weeks. Moved into a new house, and it's been a lot of fun.
Hey, Zach, how specifically are you focused on getting a rapport on the court with both Chris and Lowry, having not played with those two that often?
I think it's going to be good because last year we weren't able to mesh. I was hurt, then Chris was hurt, Lowry was hurt. So I think now, especially as I just said, we were getting into it earlier this year. We're able to see each other's game. We're able to mesh a little bit more. Go through training camp. I ain't been in training camp in a couple of years, so it's I'm excited for all that. Most people aren't excited for training camp preseason, but I haven't done it in a couple of years, so I'm excited.
Dak, I think during the offseason you spent some time in Seattle with Kyrie Irving and Jamal Crawford and Bill Russell. So can you describe something about that experience?
We met up. Me and Jamal always been cool. Kyrie came out to work out. I think we're always been known as some of the better like pro-am or pickup players. So we all got together and played some games, and it was a lot of fun. We're just working out though. Got to see Mr. Bill Russell, arguably one of the best players ever. So always get to. It's an honor to talk to him and talk to about basketball with him.
Zach, you said late last season that in the off season when you're healthy, you always like to add one thing to your game or work on one thing to add to your game. What did you bring back?
I think this year I was able to bring back just my overall consistency. I was able to get my legs underneath me. Last year I was coming off an ACL injury, about 60-70%. So now I think I'm back at 100. I lost a little bit of weight. I'm about 200 pounds down there. You said that everybody was saying I was 185. Oh yeah, I haven't been 185 since I was like a rookie, but I'm about 200 pounds. I think I was like 212 last year. But that's just not my playing weight. I feel a lot lighter, athletic, still strong. I'm ready to go at it though. It's I had a really good off season.
Zach, we didn't hear a lot from Lowry this summer, but by all accounts, he looks great. He's played well. What have you seen out of him, and what do you expect from him taking the jump in his second year?
I mean, he was over in Finland. He just had his newborn baby, him and his wife. So he was out, overseas. He played a little bit with the Finland, national team. So, but Lowry looks great, man. He got a little bit stronger. Jumper still looks pretty as all get out. Still funniest dude in the world, but he looks good, man. Ferocity's there. I think we're all really, bought in though to, making this thing work and getting it going. So, we're excited. But Lowry looks really good. Expectations for Lowry? I mean, man, I just want him to keep building on what he did. He had such a great rookie year with the opportunity that he had, and sky's the limit for him, man. He's one of those players that, he can do a lot of big things. Lowry's off the charts.
The coach and the executives who were here before you made a point of not talking about wins, not talking about playoffs, only talking generalities about this season.
Yeah.
What do you expect for your team in terms of making the playoffs, wins, anything specific?
I mean, obviously we're going out there to win. That's what we do. We're going out there, we're preparing right now like we're going to go out there and we're going to try to win a championship. That's the only way you can get better, and that's how you compete. And that's how you progress as a team. So I think that's what, as the players, we're going out there to win and compete with every game. Realistically, we're going to go out there every game and try to compete to win. And I'm not putting expectations on the season, but obviously we want to make the playoffs. We want to compete for championships. So that's what we're going to start with. Starting tomorrow, build those championship habits.
Zach, you've been very politically correct today. So. In addition to everything this season, the contract that you signed, do you feel like this has added pressure or that you have to validate the numbers that you got?
No, I don't have to validate anything in my book. I feel like I've earned everything that I've gotten. I was very excited. I'm always, thankful for everything I've gotten, and I'm extremely excited to start the season. But added pressure. I can't see you very well, homeboy. No, added pressure, man. I'm the hardest critic at everybody on my own side. There's nothing that one of you guys could say that I haven't heard before or give myself, ultra pressure on myself. So, I take that to the bank with myself on what I want to do with the season and how I want to go at it. But I just think I'm excited because I know I've had a really good summer. I know how good we can be, and I think we're going to go after it.
You got any individual goals right here? Individual goals? All-Star game? Anything like that?
Damn. What was that, Chris? Was that Chris? Yeah. Damn. Individual goals. I think I should take it day by day. Obviously, we all want those accolades, All-NBA, All-Star. MVP, championship, stuff like that, but it doesn't start until you build those habits. We really haven't. None of us has really proven anything, as a group, and we have to. I think it all comes with winning. So I don't want to make it a me thing or somebody else. So I think collectively, if we win and we're great together, it's going to build us all up, and we're all going to have those accolades because we're all good enough to have it. We've all had that potential. All good. Got one more?
Yeah, Zach.
Okay, how many more? Yeah, it don't matter.
About Fred and the coaching staff. John was just up here praising the job he did last year, keeping everyone together.
Yeah.
What is your impression of him and the job he's done? What would you like to see out of him and his staff this year?
I mean, I think he's handled things a great way. I've had 4 coaches in 4 years. I think Fred's the first coach I've had that's back-to-back seasons. So it's just me getting used to having him around and the way he is. I think he's handled things great though. He's had tough situations just like a lot of coaches and a lot of teams. You get hit with adversity. I think he's handled it very well. But no, I think we're excited. We're able to use his offense. We're able to trust him, and we love him as a person. He's a great person. We're all good. Thank you, guys. Yeah.